WRESTLEDUDE!
Hey guys, and welcome back to the NXT Universe mode. I am Jacob, as always, doing your color commentary as we're back here. This is episode number 55 as we are getting started with the NXT number 1 Contenders Tournament, although that is not going to be our first matchup of the evening here, as you are starting to see Sanity making their way to ringside. Now, Sanity, they had a rough night at NXT TakeOver San Antonio, starting off with Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf unsuccessful at getting the NXT Tag Team titles, and then in our main event of that show, Eric Young unsuccessful in gaining the NXT Championship from Roderick Strong. So here tonight, Eric Young and the rest of Sanity are now going to be in 6-man tag team action. They will be going against Curt, Hawkins, Elias, and Brian Kendrick. So here we go. This is our opening matchup to NXT. Our main event for tonight, however, will be the first matchup in the number 1 Contenders tournament for the NXT Championship. That will be Lars Sullivan versus the reinvented Andrade Cien Almas. I don't know why I said Cien like that. Cien. And definitely it's going to feel like 1 versus Cien, 100 men right now as Eric Young delivers his clubbing shots to Elias. And Elias, who gained a victory over Johnny Gargano just a couple of weeks ago, now getting more opportunities here on NXT, although, I mean, I definitely wouldn't consider it a good thing to be facing off against a team like Sanity. Oh, and Eric Young taking off. Oh, Brian Kendrick saw that his partner Curt Hawkins got knocked off the apron. He said, I ain't going down like that. Oh, or maybe he is going down like that. As Eric Young delivers a belly onto Elias. Uh-oh. And Elias better not turn around because the Beast of Belfast, Killian Dane, is now here, slamming him down with Wasteland and follows it up with the running senton. And now, oh, Curt Hawkins again knocked off the ropes, and Brian Kendrick, he's seeing his partners get attacked, and he's just like, you know what, I don't want this. Oh, man. And he definitely didn't want yet another clubbing blow as Killian Dane, overpowering Elias, and he can make a tag right there, but Elias is just bruised. Oh, and look at that, Killian Dane takes him over belly-to-belly throw. Oh, man, that looked like it hurt. And look at this. Another Wasteland delivered. Oh, and look at this. A second belly-to-belly, this time to Brian Kendrick. And Elias, he just looks incredibly hurt. And look at this. Killian Dane running in with a big splash. And this is it. And if Elias is smart, he's not going to kick out. And indeed he is. Live to fight another day, says Elias. And Killian Dane picks up the pinfall victory for his team there off of a massive splash by Killian Dane. And look at this. Big splash in the corner to Elias. Man. And I am excited to see what happens when Eric Young enters the number 1 Contenders tournament. It will be Eric Young versus Johnny Gargano, and that match will take place on episode number 58 of the Universe mode. This is episode 55, so we still got a couple episodes to go before that match, but Sanity picks up a win in our opening match here on NXT. Well, that was interesting. Who is SB? A new female superstar a promo sent out here to NXT as we are getting into our next matchup. This is going to be Dakota Kai versus Lacey Evans. Some good old-fashioned one-on-one competition between the women of NXT after an incredible NXT Championship, or NXT Women's Championship matchup at TakeOver San Antonio. Cien and Ember Moon throwing everything out there. Cien saved herself, unknowingly perhaps, after being hit with an eclipse. Ember Moon went for the cover. Oh man! And Cien had the bottom rope. Ember Moon was livid. Thankfully she came out with a win, a roll up out of nowhere, but now it's all about who's going to step up and be that next person to challenge for the NXT Women's Championship. And it seems as though it may be Dakota Kai, as she's going right after Lacey Evans, but Lacey whipping her back down to the mat. The first lady, or the, what does she call herself? The proper lady? I was about to call her the first lady of NXT, but that sounds more like Maria Kanellis. And look at this. Lacey Evans trapping the legs of the captain of Team Kick. And Dakota Kai, quite the gamer. She should know how to escape holds here in the NXT Universe mode. Oh, drop toe hold. Still able to use those legs. And now, returning the favor, slamming Lacey Evans' head down. Oh, and there's the captain of Team Kick. Big double foot stomp and a kick to the face, taking Lacey Evans down. Oh, a nice judo throw. And look at this. Lacey Evans rolling out to the outside and... oh, man! Dakota Kai hit hard. Lacey Evans moved out of the way. Oh man, that did not look good. Dakota Kai, I think she tried to take some pressure off by landing on her knees, and that is not a smart thing to do. I mean, I wouldn't want to land on my chest, on my stomach, on my abs, but Lacey Evans once again targeting those legs of Dakota Kai. And Dakota, she may tap out right here. This is a painful submission hold. Your legs are extended up in the air. You're basically putting so much weight on yourself. And thankfully, Dakota Kai able to move out of the way. Oh, what a big kick. But how much is that going to cost her? Dakota Kai with a massive kick to Lacey Evans. Looks to put her away. Big clothesline. Oh, and a massive knee from Lacey Evans, countering the clothesline. Lacey Evans looks to put her away. Dropping her square on her head. Cover. There is no escape from this. And Lacey Evans picks up the win here against Dakota Kai. Man, Dakota, her knee, I knew her knee was hurt after delivering that kick. Went for a clothesline, Lacey Evans ducked, a jumping knee, and then boom, this dude buster finisher by Lacey Evans. I don't know what the actual name is called. I know it's somewhat called the dude buster, but Lacey Evans picking up a win, and here comes Nikki Cross, the single female member of Sanity. Oh man, going right after Lacey Evans. And wisely Dakota Kai getting out of harm's way as Nikki Cross is attacking Lacey Evans after this match. It has been a long time since we've seen Nikki Cross, ever since that battle against Ruby Riott in the Extreme Rules matchup. We haven't seen her since. One hell of a spill through a table off a ladder. And now Nikki Cross is back with a vengeance here against Lacey Evans. Fisherman suplex neckbreaker by Nikki Cross, making her presence felt. Nikki Cross, she is back on NXT, and I could not be happier. And indeed, speaking of happiness, we are about to see one man who is happy to be in the NXT title picture, Andrade Cien Almas, with his business associate Zelina Vega. Although their smile might be going away pretty quickly as they are about to go into action. Andrade is about to go into action against Lars Sullivan, the monster of NXT. And Andrade, you better have a good strategy here. Him and Zelina better have been thinking of one in the backstage area, because Lars Sullivan is no man to be messed with. Look at that. He's been called something out of a Jack Kirby comic book. And indeed, I couldn't agree more. Lars Sullivan is one threatening individual. Just look at that silhouette. The red, the anger in his face matches the intensity in his ring prowess. And we may be witnessing that here tonight, because one of these men is going on to be the first to enter the Fatal 4-Way matchup to determine a #1 contender to the NXT title. And Andrade delivers the first strike. Oh man, and that's where you made your first mistake. You advanced on Lars Sullivan. You let Lars Sullivan come to you and hope that he makes a mistake. And now Lars Sullivan, knocking Andrade out of the ring. And Zelina Vega. Yep, definitely going to have to come up with another strategy there. And Andrade, he's saying maybe he should not have punched Lars Sullivan, saying, I tried to punch him. Oh, and Lars wasting little time to bring him back inside the ring with a clubbing blow to the head of Andrade. Oh, and now a heel throw to Andrade, and Lars Sullivan, he's just having fun with this. And I'll be honest, I'm having fun watching it. Oh, and a big splash in the corner. Lars Sullivan, taken over by Andrade. And a big splash off the ropes by Andrade. And he's got to be careful with that, because Lars can definitely catch him out of any of those dives. And again, off the ropes this time with a DDT. And perhaps that's what Zelina Vega suggested, using more high-flying maneuvers, try and catch Lars Sullivan off guard. Try and keep away from those heavy strikes and those strong grapples. Oh! And definitely that plan is going out the window right now. Oh, and Lars looking for a power slam. Andrade, great counter. And a reverse DDT, sending him down. And Zelina Vega definitely looks happy. And look at this. Frog splash. Oh, or perhaps an elbow drop. I couldn't tell. Referee was in the way. Oh, and a big kick. Oh, Lars now up against the ropes. What is Andrade doing? He's wasting too much time here. Oh, and just like that, Lars Sullivan recuperates enough for Andrade to get sent right back out of the ring again. And now Zelina Vega trying to talk to him, perhaps giving him a strategy. And Lars Sullivan wants more. And Andrade trying to tell Zelina Vega something. And Lars Sullivan having none of it with a clubbing blow to the chest of Andrade. And Lars Sullivan, normally he'd let Andrade come back in the ring, but this time Lars Sullivan is just going to bring him back in himself. Oh man, and a huge slap, bringing Andrade down to the mat again. Uh-oh. And Lars, I don't know what he's thinking. Oh, Andrade. Oh no. Lars rocked with a shot. Andrade up to the top rope. Oh, and a big crossbody again. The high-flying maneuvers are helping him. Can he put him away with it? His finishing maneuver is that hammerlock DDT. Oh, Andrade. Oh, sends him into the corner. He's able to keep him down. Andrade has broken down the monster. Can he put him away? Jumping knees. And that's usually the prelude to that hammerlock DDT. Can we see it? Oh, Lars, great counter, catches the leg. That's usually the setup. And Lars sends him out of the ring. And once again, the monster controls the ring. And Andrade, Cien, Almas. That Cien may be a negative Cien right now. And Andrade, he's dazed. He's getting back in the ring. And again, Lars Sullivan this time has taken Andrade's weapon, high-flying abilities, and used it against him, tossing him up in the air, and this time again tossing him outside the ring. Oh man, Andrade cannot get ahead in this match. Andrade Cien almost just got rocked by Lars Sullivan, and now he's just staring at him. And Lars, up on the apron. And Lars saying he'll crush Andrade. Really? Andrade is really going to walk out on this? He just said, well, I can't say that on YouTube. He said, screw this shit, I'm out. Or whatever. Fuck this shit, I'm out. And just left. Count of 9. And it's official. Lars Sullivan wins by countout. Lars Sullivan is going to be the first man to enter that #1 Contenders Fatal 4-Way. And Andrade really, he had it there until he tried to go for the hammerlock DDT, and then Lars just kept coming at him, and Andrade said, you know what? I'm just going to take the count-out loss, lick my wounds, and go home. Perhaps Andrade thinks he can find another way towards the NXT Championship, but definitely Lars Sullivan has secured his place in line for the NXT Championship. Lars Sullivan will meet 3 others in a fatal 4-way match to determine the #1 contender to the NXT Championship. I am interested in seeing who that... Wait a minute. What the hell? Killian Dane? Ooh, this is interesting. 2 very big men with big egos. What does this mean? Perhaps an interesting message sent from the Beast of Belfast.